Hello, Divine Feminines. Welcome to my channel. My name is Crystal. All right. If you are new here, thank you for joining. And if you are one of my current subscribers, thank you for returning. Okay. Your subscriptions, your views, your likes, and your comments are greatly appreciated. Okay. So right now it is 4:14 p.m. And as I said that, I split my Kundalini deck to the sacral chakra. Okay, so your sacral chakra is important at this time. All right. This could also be a time of spiritual surrender for you. Okay, so you could be seeing 414. You could be seeing 144. I know I live in Philadelphia, and 414 actually came out in the lottery yesterday, and the only reason that I even actually looked to see what came out in the lottery is because my twin, he plays the lottery, and I just had the the download to go and check today, and I saw the 414, and I was like, okay, wow. So there's that synchronicity showing up in real time in my life. Okay, so Divine Feminine, I'm going to start your reading by pulling a Kundalini card, but I'm not going to actually read the Kundalini until the end of the reading. And your solar plexus chakra, okay, so solar plexus and sacral are both important at this time. Okay, so I'm going to see what's on the bottom, and then I'll shuffle and let a card jump out. And then we have soul star chakra, okay, illumination and enlightenment. And at the bottom of the deck, we have peace in the chaos, calm within the storm, okay. And you could be seeing 222. All right, and behind that we have harmonizing kundalini and root chakra, as well as twin flame separation. Okay, so some of you divine feminines I could be talking to, or could be in the twin flame separation phase of your journey, okay, which is all about personal spiritual growth. Okay, and peace. So we have peace in the chaos, right? And for me, I feel like creation breeds chaos breeds creation, right? So even if there's some turbulence around you, okay, everything that's going on in your life is happening for a reason, right? Find the peace, find the stillness, and find the calm within the storm. Okay, I just saw 318, so you could be seeing 318. All right, on the 18th, okay, that date is significant for us because on the 18th we do have a new moon in the sign of Pisces. All right, there is definitely ancestral healing, bloodline healing, karma, like lineage type of healing, okay, going on around you. You could be feeling the presence or the energy of like your ancestors, okay. Um, you could be feeling like the energy of different archangels as well at this time, okay. So we have guidance from above, and this is card number 32. So, willingness to be open of the connection brings graceful understanding and enhances your presence. Clarity arrives when you allow yourself to be receptive, okay? And behind that, we have numbness, which is card number 22. Escaping emotions with substances isolates you. Numbing emotions through substances and losing touch with your true self. Restoring clarity is the first step to rebuilding trust, okay? You could be seeing 444 as well. And then behind that, we have walls closing in, removing the walls built by cultural differences, sexual orientation, or other divides that once seemed unbreakable. There is no more space for denial, only for a resolution. All right, and this is card number 15. So divine feminine, the walls could be closing in on your masculine, all right? And especially with this, my throat chakra, especially with this new moon coming up on the 18th, which is Thursday, I believe. This is this Thursday, yep. So the fourth day of the week, so the number 4 is significant. Okay, we have numbness. This is card number 22. So I feel like the walls could be closing in when it comes to your masculine, when it comes to him looking at his own patterns and his own behaviors. Like, I feel like this is a masculine who is self-aware, okay, of their own patterns, of their own behaviors, all right? They're receiving some type of download, some type of guidance from above. There's like different synchronicities and things that are happening around them in their life where it's like they can no longer keep resisting this connection, okay? So let's see, Spirit, what's going on for Divine Femmes? Oh, wow. And we have Twin Flame coming out. Souls maturing separately to bring deeper wisdom upon reunion, growing in parallel dimensions, destined to intersect again, evolving separately and becoming whole individually. All right. And then we have Independence, and this is in the reverse. All right. The walls built for protection now isolate, blurring the line between independence and loneliness. Our different visions caused a rift, leaving me feeling understood in my pursuit of independence. Okay. And then we have manipulation. Upholding your autonomy and rejecting attempts at manipulation, critically examining sources and refusing to be blindly controlled. And this is card number 16. So a repeat of the number 7. So we got 23, and then we have 32 with this card. So 5. All right. So Hierophant, Taurus energy is significant. And then we have number 7 and number 16. So it's making me think about the Chariot. Okay. So let's see. What's this twin flame? Okay, we have comparison. Focus on your own path and stop seeking validation from external sources. Comparison with others distracts you from your own path, and inequality in resources creates tension. And then we have reaching out first. Take the first step in reaching out and establishing dialogue. Initiate conversations that lead to deeper understanding. Multiple messages throughout through different forms. Okay. And then behind that, we have fatal blow. The doctrine of mutually assured destruction prevents conflict. So with comparison and twin flame, okay, so we have infidelity, and that kind of came out sideways. So this is card number 25. So a repeat of 25. So manipulative social circles encourage betrayal. Social circles encourage infidelity, and temptation surrounds you, surrounded by temptation and struggles to stay loyal. So I feel like with temptation coming out with comparison and twin flame. So first of all, there's a need to not compare your journey to anybody else's journey, okay? Because everybody's journey is different, all right? There are some like spiritual truths, and I feel like 5D truths that are the same for everyone. And I just saw 909, so you could be seeing 909. However, the way certain things play out in the 3D can be different across multiple people, okay? So I feel like there's definitely a need not to compare your situation, all right? This could also be you, Divine Feminine. Maybe there is something coming up right now in your thought process where you could be comparing this twin flame relationship to people and men that were in karmic energy before in your past, right? So this infidelity, it could honestly be what you dealt with before, okay? You could be comparing other people who let's just say, aren't in divine unions or aren't in like spiritually aligned relationships that are going through maybe like mirroring experiences, and it could be triggering you in some type of way. And I feel like there's a need to break out of that and break free of it. Okay. Like, don't worry about what anybody else got going on. Just worry about yourself and your journey and your masculine. I feel like, too, there's also a need to not worry about any third party energy that's going on around you, right? Like, almost like just be so focused on yourself and your goals and your path that you cut out distractions. Okay. And then we have loneliness at the bottom of the deck, and this is in the reverse. So I want to take control of my life, and this journey is the first step. I'm not ready to commit to anything else until I find myself. Okay, so your masculine, right, could be honestly trying to work on himself, trying to build himself up, okay? And there could be some divine feminines in the collective that are maybe too worried about your masculine and what he's doing, right? This could be the divine feminines, like I said, that is, at the beginning of the journey where you're confused, all right? You're not understanding what's going on, okay? You could be in like that runner chaser, and I put runner chaser in quotations, phase of the journey. And it's really just, your twin is running from himself. Okay. But parts of you, divine feminine, you are also running from yourself. Okay. So as long as you run from you, then he will continue to run from you, which is why I said runner chaser. Okay. Because for real, if you ask me, separation is an illusion. All right. So this could be the part of the journey where he went back to a karmic or a third party, and you think that there could be some type of infidelity, or you think that he is still sexually or emotionally invested in other places. You could think that this is like him dealing with just women, like just random women, okay, maybe like flings and things like that, when in reality he's not. And this comparison that you're doing right now is not actually healthy for you. Okay. So let's see. Give me one more on this comparison with infidelity with twin flame. Okay, we have interest. Chasing material gain at the cost of deeper connections, valuing wealth over emotional bonds, profit prioritized, heart overlooked. Okay, so this is card number 6. So it's making me think of like the 6 of Pentacles. So the other side of it, right, says, I focus too much on what could be gained and neglected what truly mattered. My lack of trust caused a rift. I regret not seeing the true value of our bond. Okay, so I really feel like this is honestly somebody that is more so focused on their finances, okay? More so focused on wealth, right? More so focused on like their stability and building for their future, so much so that they're cutting everything else out, right? It's like this could be a masculine who is just like drowning himself in his career because he's afraid to face the emotional backlash, or he's afraid to honestly just surrender into this connection, right? But I still feel like, a lot of things with the twin flame journey is self-directed. Okay. So divine feminines need to understand that you and your masculine are mirrors. Okay. So he is the 3D. Think of your masculine as like the 3D manifestation of you, okay? Of the spiritual nature of who you are, right? He is that in masculine form. So I just want to say, as someone who has been on the twin flame journey, who has come into union, there is not one piece of me that believes that your twin flame is the other half of your soul. I just believe in the opposite polarity, if that makes sense. Okay. So you have to understand that if your twin is running from you, then you're running from parts of yourself. Okay. And if he's focused in the 3D on his finances, on his work, on his career, it's because there's still something within you, divine feminine, that has to be transmuted, okay, that maybe even has to be healed, okay, before this union can actually materialize in the 3D. All right. And I know there are a lot of people that have different thoughts about the twin flame journey, but I do personally believe that if you were on the twin flame journey, if you have met your twin, that your twin is your ultimate person. Your twin is the person that you are meant to be with. Coming back into self, coming back into wholeness, right? Think of your twin as that mirror in the 3D that you did and achieved the spiritual work, okay? And I split the deck, okay, to card number 70. So there's a repeat of the number 7. You could be seeing 777, okay? So we have across distances, and this is card number 70. The miles may seem vast, but the connection transcends space, and trust that what's meant will find its way to you. Certain events are impossible to avoid, and they drastically shape your future. Embrace the uncertainty, knowing that serendipity works in your favor. Okay, and you see on here we have like 2 astronauts. It looks like you have the man, he's carrying the woman, and they're like just flying out in outer space. Okay. And the opposite end of this card, distance has created uncertainty, leading to questions of trust. And will our bond survive the space between us, right? But the one thing about it, the twin flame journey is a connection that is rooted and based off of true love, right? And real true love cannot die, right? I almost look at love like an energy, right? It's something that cannot be created, nor can it be destroyed. It is something that exists and will always exist between you and your person, right? So if you are someone who was legitimately, truly on a twin flame journey, that love between you could never sever. Okay. There will, of course, always, there will be challenges. Okay. Not always, but there will be challenges. There will be obstacles. There will be different things that you and your person will have to work through. Okay. But the love will always be there. Love is the baseline of the connection. And I saw 1717. So you could be seeing the angel number 1717 that aligns with Aquarius energy. Okay, so far Aquarius energy is significant. All right, Cancer energy is also significant as well, and Libra as well. Okay, what is this independence in the reverse? Okay, so we have help. So seeking help, crying out for support. Help arrives from unexpected quarters. Invisible forces of help guide you through troubled waters. Okay, this is card number 60. I don't know, it's crazy because even though this card says send help, it's still making me think about the Lovers, because I was thinking about Gemini energy, and this card, consumerism, is card number 30. And Gemini is the 3rd zodiac sign. So the Lovers is Gemini energy, and the Lovers also talks about choices, right? It does talk about duality and polarity, but it also talks about choices, decisions, morals of that thing. So it's making me think about like someone who may need help or may need support from aligned individuals. Like this could be you needing to move towards people that you're in alignment with, people that are in your soul tribe, people that actually understand what it is that you're going through. Okay. And then consumerism, it says focuses on material wealth and neglects true happiness. Unending desire for more and satisfaction is elusive. This could also be the energy of you and or your twin, divine feminine, not really knowing what direction to go in life, right? I almost feel like this could be a masculine too, who was born and raised in survival. Okay. So now in his adult life, it's like this connection could be triggering him, right? He's not used to the love. He's used to struggle. He's used to survival. So now, instead of surrendering into the connection, he's just going for what he knows. And in order to survive, he's like, I got to chase my money, right? And then we have rejection. Okay. So blames themselves for rejection and feels unworthy of acceptance, rejects offers a lesson in resilience, feels trapped in a cycle of rejection and unable to break free. And this is card number 65. Okay. So this definitely does feel like some patterns that it is hard for someone to break out of. Okay. And then we have gossip coming out. This is card number 38. Unfounded allegations damage reputations and trust. Whispers of gossip cause confusion and spread misinformation. All right. So there could also be third party influences. There could be different people in the background causing chaos within this connection. Okay. And then so we have speculation at the bottom of the deck, chasing quick gains and ignoring long-term stability, overestimating potential returns and underestimating risk. We have 2112 I just saw. And then ultimatum on this card, number 48, that reduces to a 3. 2112. So that's 33 reducing to a 6. Okay. But yeah, reducing to a 6, but I'm still thinking of the number 12 in terms of the number 3. All right. So then we have ultimatum in the reverse. I want to press the final button with you. I want to take this step together, but please be patient, my love. We will know when the time is right. So some of you divine feminines, right? So I could be talking to divine feminines that are at different stages in their journey. Okay. So take what it is that resonates to you. So there could be some divine feminines who maybe are in union, right? Or are in contact with their twin, that they want to try to work things out. They want to try to be with their twin, but there could be too many distractions, right? There could be like third party energy, different contracts and different things that your masculine still hasn't cleared up in the 3D, right? And I just saw 222. That could be affecting you, divine feminine. So you could be trying to or thinking about, or maybe you recently just, gave your masculine an ultimatum where it's like, you need to surrender into the connection, you need to do the work, and you need to do the healing to come into alignment. Because if both of you aren't in alignment, I just saw 2244, if both of you aren't in alignment, then the connection is not going to be able to withstand the test of time, right? All right, so let's see. What is this manipulation? All right, so we have promotion channel, and that's in the reverse. Okay, and this is card number 61, right? So there's definitely a pattern of the number 7. You could be seeing 777. Okay, somebody could be a life path number 7. Somebody could have been born on the 7th. Somebody could be a Cancer, a July Cancer. Someone could also be a Libra. All right, and we literally have 16 and 61. Okay, so 16 you could be seeing as well. The tower is significant as well. So promotional channel, and it's in the reverse. If you steadily enhance your abilities and spiritual level, I might not recognize you in the short term. Don't fear that I will reject this evolved version of you. What is card number 61? Because is this the masculine energy or is this the divine feminine energy? We have puppet, trapped in a cycle of consumption and never satisfied. Shallow satisfaction from consumerism is short lived. Monetary chains hold you back from true happiness. And this is puppet. This is card number 42. So there's that number 6. Somebody could be born on the 6th. Somebody could be a June Cancer as well. The reverse of this card says, I don't care what it takes, how long it takes, who I upset. I'm cutting the strings and taking back my life. So I feel like okay, so with manipulation and puppet, right? There could be somebody in your energy, divine feminine, or there could be somebody in your masculine's energy, okay, that is trying to like hold something over this person's head, or somebody could be trying to like hold something over your head, like pull some type of strings, okay? This could be somebody too who could see you changing, could see you evolving, could see you moving into your higher self. All right. And because they're trapped in the low vibrational cycles that they're in, it's almost like you evolving and you healing is triggering this person. Okay. Let's see. What's this puppet with promotion channel in the reverse? Or you could feel like maybe someone is triggered. We have danger, fatal blow. The doctrine of mutually assured destruction prevents conflict. Irreversible damage is in sight, and facing the conflict head on could have prevented total destruction. Okay, so we have fatal blow. What's fatal blow? We have money worship. Wow, I saw the card in the deck when I split the deck, and then it actually just came out. So money worship, self-interest rules decisions and regards fairness. Values are for sale to the highest bidder. Money comes first and ethical concerns come second. Almost feel like too, this could be somebody that is having like financial issues and financial struggles. So because this person is having these type of issues in their life, right? Like let's just say, divine feminine, that this is your masculine, right? If he's having some type of money issues, if there is like an external like third party, or different people trying to like use him for money, if he's like just struggling when it comes to that, right? I feel like this person could be more so like putting like work and just like physical tangible things that they can do in the reality to keep their hands, like in their 3D reality, to keep their hands busy, to avoid certain issues, to avoid certain problems. Maybe this could be somebody also in the energy of being afraid to stand up for themselves, right? Like almost like knowing and recognizing that people don't see and understand this new version of you as well. Okay. Let's see. Give me one more. What is and then we have peeping at the bottom of the deck. The walls we built for privacy have crumbled and now everyone knows too much. We need to rebuild trust before we can move forward. Okay, so maybe some of you in the collective feel like too much of your business could have been exposed. All right. So we have flexibility coming out, and this is card number 5. So this says adapt and overcome and bend without breaking. Hiding is strategy, not weakness. Strength found in the ability to yield and bounce back. Okay, on the other end of this card, I doubted our ability to adapt and grow together, causing unnecessary pain. But now I see that our bond is more flexible and resilient than I imagined. I feel like this is you being flexible. This could be you having patience with someone. I feel like too, someone could be gambling. Somebody could have like unhealthy habits when it comes to that regard. Okay. Let's see. I'm going to jump into my astrological deck. All right. To get some more out. And then we have Uranus flipped straight out. Uranus, individuality, rebellion, and unconventional ideas. And a twin flame relationship is very unconventional. All right, we have Aries. So someone could be an Aries. Aries energy is significant. Okay, we do have Saturn in Aries and Neptune is also in Aries at this time. We have the 8th house, intimacy, death, and legacy. So someone could have Uranus in their 8th house. Someone could have Aries in the 8th house. Okay. Individuality and leadership too is also important. Like I'm feeling the need to tell somebody like you need to have your own identity and you need to have your own personality outside of this connection with your twin, okay? Like there needs to be the energy of not being codependent, right? And even like that whole idea of what I said earlier, where like people believe that your twin flame is like the literal other half of your soul. To me, that is like a thought rooted in codependency. That person, yes, he's my mirror, he is a reflection of me, but he has his own soul, his own inner compass. You get what I'm trying to say? He has his own life to live, you know? It's like being together and existing and allowing each other to coexist within each other's energy, okay? Not competing with each other, not trying to take from each other, just existing in balance, harmony, and peace, okay? And then we have South Node, instincts, habits, and past life patterns. So someone could be stuck in their South Node, all right? Somebody could have a South Node in the 8th house, and we have Virgo coming out. So diligence, modesty, and analytical. So someone could be too overly critical of themselves, okay? Someone, I feel like, holds on to resources when they get them because they've been in survival mode for so long. I feel like there is like the energy of a person who may lie um, by omission, right? But more so because they don't feel safe to reveal and open up to like certain truths, okay? I almost feel like somebody might be rejecting the growth that it takes them to get out of their self note. And then we have the first house, identity, reputation, and self awareness. So some of you could have Virgo in the first, and Aries in the first as well. So first house could be ruled by Mercury, first house could be ruled by Mars, okay? Let's see, give me one more. All right, we have Venus retrograde, challenges in love and money. And then we have Uranus retrograde, fear of change and failure, unexpected shifts. And then behind that, we have the 12th house, dreams, secrets, and spirituality. And I did mention Pisces. And then we have conjunction and Aquarius. Okay, so Saturn is significant. All right. Someone could be an Aquarius. So someone can have Aquarius in the first house as well. So Saturn in the first. Okay. So someone with Saturn in the first, and we have Uranus retrograde. So someone could have, so I look to, I know Uranus is also said to be the ruler of Aquarius, but I don't know. I always think of Saturn, right? But we do have Uranus out here. So I feel like somebody is like, they want change, they want to do better, they want different things for themselves, for their family, for their career, whatever the case may be. There's also like the energy of somebody who is afraid of change, okay? Afraid of change, afraid of failure, right? Maybe afraid of like trying new things, all right? So I want to get, so let's go ahead, let's get a moonology card. And we have full moon, forgiveness, We did just have the full moon in Virgo was March the 3rd. Okay, we do have Virgo out here. And then we will be having the new moon in Pisces on the 18th. All right, so I'm going to get a moonology card, and then I'm going to just jump right into the tarot. Okay, so we have meant to be at the bottom of the deck. All right. So we have the moon's moment synchronicity. Okay, and I just thought of Muni Long's song. What is it called? I don't think it's called synchronicity, but I know she sings, and she's basically like saying like the synchronicities is, you know, how I know it's meant to be. And then at the bottom of the deck, we have go for it, and we also have meant to be as well. Okay, so we did a lot of talking. Let's go ahead. Let's jump into the tarot. I just saw 366, so you could be seeing 366. 636 as well. I know that was like a number on my journey that I used to see a lot, and I actually wrote that down in one of my books that like 636 I claim union, right? So even if we want to say we can look to the number 6 as like that lover's energy, balance, harmony. Okay, 3, we can look at it as like, you know, Mercury and the mind. All right, an equal and balanced connection. Okay, but I saw 366, so you could be at the stage where you're still trying to get to the equal and shared balance and harmony in your connection, and you could still be battling within your mind, right? Trust the synchronicities that you're seeing. Okay, but also be sure to interpret and analyze the signs, right? Don't just blindly, you know, go chasing synchronicities. Okay, allow for the synchronicities to speak to you and come to you. All right, so at the bottom of the deck, we have the King of Pentacles with the Nine of Swords, with the Eight of Wands in the reverse, Page of Wands in the reverse, with the Hangman. Okay, so that definitely feels like the energy of what I said, like a masculine who is more so focused on his finances. Okay, this could be somebody who is more so focused on, you know, finding like the grounding. All right, but I would say that this is a really stable, really like grounded masculine, but they could be more so workers, you know, working on their foundation and working on the imbalance, okay, that could have been within themselves. And we do have Virgo out here. Okay, so Virgo energy is significant. All right, then the Nine of Swords, there could have been some type of anxiety, some type of fear, some type of sleepless nights. All right, I feel like too with the King of Pentacles, Nine of Swords, Eight of Wands in the reverse, Page of Wands in the reverse, and the Hangman, like some of you divine feminines could have like had a dream recently about your masculine. Okay, maybe something could have been revealed to you and you're looking for some type of clarity at this time in regards to a masculine as well. All right, but this also could be his energy where it's like he has some type of fear or some type of anxiety around like communication, around speaking up, around just opening up and, you know, being vulnerable. Okay, this is something that he needs to shift and change his perspective on with the Hangman. All right, and I saw 393, so you could be seeing 393 as well. All right, so let's see, Spirit, what's going on for divine feminines? And I just saw 39, 39. So first card out, we have the Page of Swords. Okay, let's see what else. with the Ten of Wands and the Emperor. Automatically, I just was thinking like your masculine could be really learning some tough lessons. Okay, what's this Page of Swords? We have the Nine of Swords. This person could be watching, observing. There could be some type of anxiety or fear around what it is that maybe you're seeing. Okay, we have the Queen of Cups coming out in the reverse. What's this Queen of Cups with this Nine of Swords? We have the Six of Swords, so Aquarius, Mercury. Okay, so Divine Feminine, this could be you, all right, in your energy. Like you're watching, you're observing, you are being a student of the universe, all right? There could be like a lot of fear, anxiety, sleepless nights, okay? You could be emotionally disconnected from yourself at this time, all right? There could be a lot going on, all right? And like I said, you know, you and your twin are mirrors. So you could be carrying burdens, right? Just like he is also on his end carrying burdens, okay? But you, Divine Feminine, as the anchor of this connection spiritually, I feel like it's imperative for you to get out of this energy, right? For you to move on, for you to transition, okay? There could be some type of insight, all right, that you see or that you have that you're ignoring, all right? What's this Six of Swords? We have the Page of Wands in the reverse. What's the Page of Wands in the reverse with the Six of Swords? We have the Three of Cups in the reverse. What's this Three of Cups in the reverse? Also feel like too, and then we have the Page of Cups coming out. I just saw 4224 because I was going to say that for some of you Divine Feminines, right, whether you're in union or whether I'm talking to Divine Feminines in separation, because there could be like multiple different stories here, right, where there is a Divine Feminine who could be in union, all right, or you could be in like contact with your masculine, all right. Maybe you're having communication issues, which is why the Page of Wands is in the reverse, right? There could be a lot of tension, a lot of fighting. Maybe you're seeing something about your masculine. You could be trying to voice and speak your opinion, right? Because what it is that you're seeing has your spirit at some type of unrest, right? But instead of you opening up, right, and giving your message in a subtle type of way, I feel like maybe your tone could be coming off abrasive in a sense. Like maybe like you're almost like scaring your masculine because in reality, he's trying to survive you. He's trying to survive this connection. Okay. He could be trying to find some type of peace in the chaos. All right. With the Three of Cups in the reverse and the Page of Cups, right? This could be like a separation, discontentment, disharmony, but also like the need to want to reconcile, the need to maybe want to open up, the need for someone wanting to apologize and speak up. Okay. This also, right, could be for some of you who are in separation. Maybe this is your masculine looking at his past behaviors, his past choices. Okay. There's some type of like anxiety. He could be having a lot of nightmares and or sleepless nights because he's now being faced with the reflection of what he did to you. Okay, they have you, Divine Feminine, and this Queen of Cups in the reverse energy. All right, he could want to move on. Okay, there could be a separation with the Three of Cups in the reverse. He could want to open up, he could want to apologize, but with the Page of Cups upright and the Page of Wands in the reverse, this could also just be him not knowing what direction, not knowing what to say, you know, wanting the message to come out correctly, all right? But also maybe like just missing the plot, like missing the point. I feel like too, this could be like a masculine Also, like your masculine could be in like a certain type of energy, or both of you could be in a certain type of energy where like you're closed off, okay? You're lethargic, all right, with the Page of Wands in the reverse. So now we have the Knight of Swords. So somebody wanting to rush in, somebody wanting to clear something up, someone wanting to take action. And then we have the Wheel of Fortune in the reverse. So there could be like some type of delays, some type of setbacks, okay? I could also be talking to a divine feminine that feels like, you know, you've done so much work on your journey and you still have not seen your union manifest in the physical, right? You could be tired, you could be overwhelmed, all right? Let's see, what is this 10 of Wands? We have the King of Swords. It didn't flip out all the way, but I kind of felt like it wanted to come out. So we have the 10 of Wands with the King of Swords. So Aquarius, Libra, Gemini. Okay, so Aquarius energy is significant. All right, there could be a Aquarian masculine, a Libra masculine, or a Gemini masculine who is carrying too many burdens. All right, and then the Queen of Wands just flipped out. Okay, so what's the 10 of Wands, King of Swords, Queen of Wands? We have the 9 of Wands, and then the 9 of Pentacles in the reverse. What's this 9 of Pentacles in the reverse? I don't like the 9 of Pentacles in the reverse. My first thought, and we have the 8 of Wands in the reverse. I just saw 46, 46. So you could be seeing 10, 10, or you could be seeing 46, 46, 64, 64. Because the 9 of Pentacles in the reverse, when it just came out, it made me think of like codependency, right? Or like a lack of independence, okay? But with the Queen of Wands and the 9 of Wands, right? So Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius is also significant. We do have Aries out here. So someone could have Aries in the first house, like I said, also Aries in the 8th house as well. So there could be like the energy of needing to release burdens, you and your masculine needing to come together, needing to persevere through challenges, needing to persevere through adversity, right? Needing to get through, you know, outside influences or even like outside negative energy, right? That could be affecting your relationship. What's the 8 of Wands in the reverse with the 9 of Pentacles in the reverse? Okay, so we have the Knight of Wands. What's the Knight of Wands? We have the Death card. What's Knight of Wands with Death? We have Justice. So an ending, transition. So you and your masculine could be transitioning out of like codependent behaviors, okay? With the 8 of Wands in the reverse, with the Knight of Wands, Death and Justice, there could be like some unexpected shifts, unexpected things coming towards you and your masculine that you need to pay attention to, right? So also with synchronicity out here, pay attention to these shifts through the synchronicities from the guidance that you're receiving. So we did see guidance above, right? So when you're seeing certain angel numbers, when you're seeing certain synchronicities, right? When you are on your journey putting together different things when it comes to, you know, you observing your own reality, right? Pay attention to the synchronicities, pay attention to the different transits or the different karmic points and the different things that were happening in your connection at specific time. Like basically take notes and don't forget, okay? Because these things can help you in the long haul when you are looking back and when you are reflecting on what it is that you went through. And then we have the Tower in the reverse. And we have a lot of sevens, we did see what we saw 16, and then we saw 61 in the reverse. And I said 16, 16. That made me think of the Tower. So the Tower being in the reverse, I feel like this is you avoiding something. Okay. Let's see. What is justice with the Death with the Knight of Wands? We have the Sun. So this is hope. This is renewal. This is vitality. Okay. With the Tower in the reverse, you could have avoided something that was negative. Okay. And like I said, peace in the chaos, right? Peace, creation. Chaos breeds creation, okay? So there could have been some upheaval, there could have been some chaos, right? But in reality, all of that was creating and doing something internally within your masculine, right? Maybe there's like a divine feminine that could see something clearly that her masculine wasn't seeing, and you forced your masculine into like an ego death. Like you almost like, yeah, like you force them into an ego death in a way where it's like you put something in their face so much so that it's like they can't deny it. They have to see it. They have to admit. They have to take accountability. They can't keep deflecting where they have before, because those same old patterns, it's like you're awoken to. And I feel like you could have put certain patterns in your masculine's face that has allowed him to see himself so clearly that it's almost like he has to change. He has to surrender, right? He has to get out of those south node behaviors, okay? So let's see. What is this Emperor? And I just saw 515. Okay, so we have the Six of Cups. What's the Emperor with the Six of Cups? We have the Four of Cups. What's the Four of Cups, Six of Cups? So Moon in Cancer, Sun in Scorpio. We have the Two of Swords in the reverse. So Moon in Libra. And then we have the Knight of Cups. Okay. And then we have the Ten of Swords with the Star. Nine of Cups in the reverse with the Moon reverse. And then there's that King of Pentacles again with Temperance. So with the Emperor, right, and we talked about Aries energy. So Aries is definitely significant. So Mars, okay, someone could have, I did say Mars in the 8th house, Aries South Node, Mars in the 6th too, I'm feeling. Okay, so with the Emperor, the Six of Cups, and the Four of Cups, right, this could have been your masculine, right, looking back at his past, okay, he could have been stuck with the Four of Cups. He could have been bored. This could have been the energy of your masculine not wanting to do the work, not wanting to heal, okay, or maybe even honestly not knowing how to. All right, something could have needed to like really shift and change his perspective. All right, so the Two of Swords is in the reverse. This is him walking away from defensiveness. This is him walking away from decisiveness. Okay. With the Knight of Cups, I feel like this is your masculine opening up. This is your masculine wanting to express something to you, divine feminine. All right. And with the Ten of Swords, so Gemini energy is significant. There was something painful. All right. Your masculine, could feel like they're losing hope of their dreams, they're losing hope of their wishes, losing hope of their ambition, right? Maybe not knowing what direction to go into, okay? With the Moon in the reverse, I feel like their own subconscious patterns, divine feminine, is coming up to the surface in a way where they can't ignore, right? Like, let's just say, even if this was a masculine that was ignoring his feminine, The feminine was trying to help, trying to push this person in like a certain type of direction. And it's like you weren't listening. I feel like this is the energy of somebody who had to lose something, right, in order to come into like gratitude. Like it's almost like you weren't appreciative of what it is that you had, so you lost it, right? And in that loss, right, when you actually look at the situation different, when you look at, you know, the people and the things that were placed into your life, the blessings that were placed into your life, right? I don't know. It feels like someone could be doing like a lot of self reflection, a lot of looking at the past, also a lot of looking at their childhood, right? Like your divine masculine could be awakening to his childhood patterns, right? He could be awakening or even expressing and opening up some things to you, divine feminine, that you didn't know before, right? And so because you didn't know these things about your masculine, I almost feel like you could have been too hard on him, right? Maybe not allowing and giving him space to heal, because the masculines, they don't heal in the way we do as divine feminines. I feel like our healing is very spiritual, is very much. All right, divine feminine. So my camera literally cut off at 56 minutes and 11 seconds. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to wrap the message up. Okay, the King of Cups too was at the bottom of my deck. I didn't even get to mention. Hi, y'all. I don't know how much of the last clip was recorded, but my mic done died on me now. My phone stopped recording at 56 minutes and 11 seconds, and I was saying that, you know, that is a synchronicity, okay, of 1111, right? And we're talking about twin flames, okay? So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to end the reading, but I had to end the reading properly. Okay, so I want to get an advice card, all right? Then I'm going to read the Kundalini as well. I'm going to read Peace in the Chaos, okay? So I'm going to leave this one out here. And then I'm also going to shuffle the deck because I want to see what exactly is going to fly out. And then we have the Eight of Pentacles, positive movement forward. Wow. And then we also have the Eight of Pentacles right here. Okay, so you're working on things, right? You are really skilled, okay? I feel like too, you know, the Eight of Pentacles, that's the Sun in Virgo. We have the South Node out here. We have Virgo out here. We have the 8th house out here. Okay, so this is someone like really working on themselves. This is someone who is really skilled. Okay, I feel like this is someone who is not being too overly critical, right? Not self-sabotaging anymore, more so working on yourself and aligning mind, body, and spirit. Okay, so let's see, what advice card, spirit, for this collective? Okay, we have transformation, so that's number 13, which aligns with the death card. And then at the bottom, we have beginnings, okay? And so let's go over to our Kundalini. All right, Spirit, what Kundalini? Okay, we have light language activation, cosmic symphony of your soul. And then at the bottom of the deck, we have flow of divine wisdom, whispers of the soul, and wave the white flag, embrace heart-led humility. Okay, so let's go ahead. Let's read these. Okay. I can find it. Okay, Okay. Okay, light language awakening. It is on page 128. Okay, so 11. And today is also an 11 day. Today's Saturday, so ruled by Saturn. All right, so the light language awakening card is a symbol of your evolving spiritual journey where the mystical language of the cosmos begins to flow through you. Light language is considered a form of spiritual or vibrational communication, which is said to operate at a higher frequency than conventional spoken languages. It is often described as multidimensional language that the soul understands even if the conscious mind does not. Light language can be expressed in various forms, including spoken words, tones, singing, hand signs, gestures, writing, and even through artistic expressions, like paintings or drawings. This card appears to you as a confirmation that you're tapping into ancient universal frequencies. Light language is a powerful tool for healing, activation, and transmission of divine energies. It can enhance your spiritual practice, deepen meditation experiences, and facilitate profound healing in yourself and others. As the light language awakening oracle card comes into your life, it heralds a pivotal moment in your spiritual journey. This card signifies the blossoming of a profound communicative gift within you, one that transcends conventional language to express the pure essence of the universal language of light. If your light language has not yet manifested, take heart, for this card is a sign that its activation is on the horizon. Fear not, the moment of awakening for light language can emerge in myriad forms through spoken sounds and words, through the dance of your hands, or even through your art and writing. Each is a unique and powerful expression of your soul's connection to the divine. This card invites you to open yourself to the flow of this sacred communication to allow the vibrations of healing, love, and enlightenment to move through you. Light language does not confine itself to the boundaries of human understanding. It is a direct expression of the heart and soul, a divine symphony that resonates within the core of all beings. As you welcome this gift, remember that it is a bridge, a harmonizer of frequencies, and a profound catalyst for personal and collective transformation. Trust in the unfolding of this gift, knowing that it's a natural part of your spiritual evolution. Embrace the light language as it flows through you, allowing it to awaken dormant parts of your essence, aligning you more deeply with your highest self and the cosmic tapestry of existence. With every sound, gesture, or stroke of the pen, you are channeling a higher wisdom and love. Let this language of light be a testament to your readiness to serve as a conduit for the divine expression, enhancing your connection to all that is. So the invocation: I open myself to the divine flow of light language, embracing its cosmic frequencies as a tool for healing. Understanding the spiritual growth, may this sacred language activate my highest potential and serve as a conduit for love and light. I trust in its divine origin and embrace its role in my spiritual evolution. So it is. Okay, so let's read Peace in the Chaos. And you know, too, with Peace in the Chaos, I'm feeling like that could have been like somebody's like entire upbringing, like just raised around a lot of chaos, raised around like environments that weren't the best environments to be in, okay? And this person is now having to like face their traumas, face like generational patterns, maybe even face like the relationship too with one's mother. I don't know why, like I'm picking that up, but so card description: Peace in the Chaos. This is on page number 54. So 9 is significant, all right? The Peace in the Chaos Oracle card serves as a gentle reminder that amidst the ever-changing whirlwind of your Kundalini journey, a tranquil oasis of serenity resides within you. As you find yourself navigating through turbulent transformations, this card invites you to tap into the profound stillness that lies at your core. Visualize yourself as the unwavering eye of a tempest, calming, observing the tumultuous world around you. This imagery symbolizes your ability to maintain an inner calmness regardless of external disturbances. This card encourages you to connect with the tranquil sanctuary. I can't talk. The tranquil sanctuary nested within your heart, a place where external chaos cannot reach. And you know too, right? This is making me think it's 5:25 p.m. and I just saw 8:55 on the timer. So you could be seeing 8:55 as well as 5:25. Um, but like I don't know, this is like I lost my whole train of thought for a second because I was getting ready to say like this card is reminding me of the same energy that I just explained, where it's like someone is so used to the chaos and the different things that go on in the world around them that is why this person is like almost like very like well contained, like their inner world could be very well contained. Like I could be talking to you whose inner world is very contained. I could be talking to divine feminines who may feel like your masculine's inner world is so contained that it's hard to penetrate it. So it's like and that's another thing too, that's what I was going to say. So there's also like this energy of understanding and having like the 5D truths, but also still having to blend what you know about the 5D with the 3D world. Okay, so it's almost like no matter what's happening in the 3D, you still have your perception. You still have the 5D wisdom and the 5D knowledge to understand and know what's going on at a deeper level, like on a subconscious type of level, right? That your masculine may honestly not even know, may not even like honestly see about himself, right? So I feel like the energy of like a divine feminine needing to come back into center, needing to come back into wholeness, okay? Worry about you, worry about your goals, worry about what it is that you are working on, worry about what it is that you're building on, okay? Don't put too much energy towards your masculine, okay? Put all that energy on yourself and allow him and his internal world to recalibrate to your alignment, okay? And I just saw 1111 when I was saying that. All right, so this period of chaos is not just a challenge, but a valuable opportunity for personal growth and spiritual development. It is in these moments that you can truly discover the strength and peace that reside within you. By focusing on your breath and consciously releasing tension, you create a space of inner clarity and calm. Drawing this card is a call to anchor yourself in this inner peace, to use it as a guiding light through the twists and turns of your spiritual awakening. It serves as a reminder that your ability to find peace within can help you navigate life storms with grace and resilience and a sense of empowerment. And we did see the Nine of Wands. The Nine of Wands is resilience, okay, and perseverance. So, dear one, you are the eye of the storm, the unwavering center of calm. This card, Peace in the Chaos, is not just a symbol, but a direct message to your soul, reminding you of your innate ability to embody tranquility in the midst of turmoil. As you journey through the ebbs and flows of your spiritual path, know that the chaos around you serves a higher purpose. It is your training ground, an opportunity to practice being the embodiment of peace. Each moment of disorder, each wave of upheaval is a call to return to your center, to the still point within you where all is calm and clear. This journey you're on is teaching you resilience, showing you the strength of your inner sanctuary as you navigate through these transformative times. Hold on to the vision of yourself as the calm amidst the storm. Let this image be your guide, your mantra, your anchor. In the eye of the storm, you find clarity. In the heart of chaos, you discover your true power. The power to remain centered, composed, and serene. This is your training, your spiritual evolution. Embrace it with an open heart and peaceful mind, for it is here in the midst of chaos that your greatest lessons are learned and your deepest wisdom is revealed by the peace you seek. Be the stillness in the whirlwind. This is your path, and you are mastering it beautifully. Invocation. Serene center of my being, anchor me in tranquility as the world whirls in chaos. Let me be the calm in the eye of the storm. Grant me the strength to hold peace within, radiating serenity amidst life's tumultuous dance. May I embody stillness, navigating my path with grace and poise. In this peaceful core, I find clarity and wisdom. So be it. Okay, so I want to see, should I get an angel card? No, let's read these. Let's read transformation, and let's read new beginnings. Okay, so transformation, that is the death card. All right, so a time of endings is close at hand. Don't resist the abrupt changes that are suddenly happening in your life. These could be taking place in your personal life, relationships, business, or career. You have the strength, as the transformation card asks you to have courage and know that renewal follows every conclusion. This card comes forward to remind you that the death of an old way of thinking and believing must occur before you can move forward on your new path. Transformation is all about the ebb and flow of life cycles. Nothing in this life remains motionless. Everything is on its way to be somewhere. Accept the changes and the opportunity will come to expand. You are in more ways than you could have ever imagined. You can't live in the past. It's time to move on. In order to take the next positive step, you should look closely at your own life and ask yourself, are there loose ends that need to be tied up? Are there people in my life whom I need to express myself to? What needs to be completed so I can have a fresh start? When you do so, you'll have a stronger, more reinforced foundation to carry you through the new beginnings that await you. Okay, and let's read new beginnings, and then I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to end the reading. Okay, new beginnings. All right, so this is card number 0, so the Fool. All right, each and every journey begins with the all-important first step. When this card presents itself in your reading, it's confirming that it is time for you to take a brave leap of faith, but be prepared as you do so. This card represents that a new great adventure is awaiting you. It usually shows up when there's a significant inner change happening within you. By selecting this card, it's a sign that those important choices are needed and are about to be made and should be carefully pondered as you proceed with wisdom, thought, and care. Life is constantly trying to nudge you and move you forward. At times, it can be daunting when you're faced with a new adventure or direction. Therefore, it calls for inner belief and courage as you take the leap of faith and step in the unknown. During this time, don't be alarmed if you feel lost or even confused. Most people are afraid of change and play it safe by staying where you are. Know that through inner guidance, wisdom, and a belief in yourself, and by tapping into these tools, you be propelled forward on a positive, life-changing path. Don't conform to what society or other individuals expect of you at this time. It's your own adventure. During this time, be like an innocent child with fresh eyes. Give yourself permission to live, play, love, and all of the above. Laugh. And I just saw 1717 right after I finished that. Okay, so the star is significant Aquarius energy, hope, healing, and renewal. All right, so Divine Feminines, that is all that I have for you guys. Okay, please feel free to like, comment, and subscribe. Drop some comments in the comment section. Let me know how this reading resonated, and I will talk to you guys in the next reading. Bye.